The Microsoft Teams Rooms platform is continuing to evolve, with recent changes focused on enhancing features that are enabling users to conduct faster, simpler, and more flexible meetings. In this video, we'll hear from Dicker Data's Andrew Upshon and Les Boros on what's new in this space.
So with all of these changes to the Microsoft platform, what does this actually mean for the user? How does that affect their meeting room experience?
Well, there have been some significant updates recently. So one of the updates I'd love to chat about is Teams Rooms on Windows version 4.16. One of the nice things about this update is that the platform or the interface actually looks very similar to what we see on Teams Rooms on Android. That's great because we get that nice consistent feel in every room. Things like the calendaring system on the control device has actually moved from the left to the right. The wallpapers actually mimic what you get on Android. So now there's this consistent feel, and it's quite exciting.
So I believe there's also some very exciting news about Microsoft Teams Rooms on Android and Front Row.
That's right. So Android has also had a major update. One of the fantastic new features is the ability to use the front row layout design, which is great. So it doesn't matter whether you have Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows devices or Microsoft Teams Rooms on Android devices. You can still use the front row layout, which is really exciting. So while we're talking about it, front row is something that's often misunderstood. Front row is just the layout design on the front of room display in your Teams Room system. And what's great about that is it puts all the far side participants at the bottom of the screen, almost an eye level with when you're sitting at the table. It gives you a space for the presentation or the main speaker. And then on the side, there's space for chat or for the hands up. These are things that we don't usually see on the front of room display in a meeting.
One of the things that we often get asked about is wireless content sharing in a Teams Rooms environment using third-party devices.
So one of the updates from Microsoft is the opt-in to share devices via HDMI. What this means is that if you had a third-party receiver in the room, you could actually select on the touchscreen controller whether you wanted to share from the wireless device or whether you wanted to just use the standard Teams Rooms interface. That's a very useful feature, and it keeps a consistent experience in every meeting space.
There is some exciting news from Microsoft around a new operating system for Teams Rooms.
That's right. It's on Teams Rooms on Android. So historically, on Teams Rooms on Android devices, you had a manufacturer who created an operating system, and then you ran the Teams Rooms application on top. Microsoft have now announced that they will be creating an operating system for the Android platforms, and the first to market will be the Jabra Panacast 50 video bar system.
So that's very, very exciting news, and it would be really good to see if other vendors jump on board down the track as well. One of the cool features that Microsoft have just announced for Teams Rooms addresses an issue that I think everybody can relate to. When you walk into a meeting room with your own device and that horrendous noise appears from the microphones either in the meeting room or on your laptop.
Absolutely. So the feature's called ultrasonic howling detection. Sounds like something from Halloween. What it does is when you bring your device into the meeting room, it senses that another device has their mic on, or the room system has its mic on, and it mutes your laptop. So we don't get that annoying feedback loop in the meeting experience.
I know that customers are going to be very excited about that new feature. Now, one of the things that has become basically the norm in office environments over the past couple of years in particular is hot desking. How has Microsoft improved that situation, and what updates are available to make that a more seamless experience for people that are coming into the office less frequently?
So this category of Teams displays, which are the all-in-one devices that sit on a hot desk, We've got some new products from Yealink, the A24, and we've got the Neat frame. What's great about these products is with the new interface, you can actually see a QR code on the screen. So you walk up, QR code with your mobile device, and that allows you to book that space for an hour, for half a day, for the whole day. And when you leave, it then resets and the next person can use it after you.
So I can certainly relate to that feature because I hot desk quite a lot, and that feature really simplifies the whole process.
These updates to the Microsoft Teams Rooms platform are just a few examples of how Microsoft is continuously innovating and improving the user experience for hybrid meetings. If you have any questions regarding the Microsoft Teams Rooms platform or meeting room solutions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our Dicker Data team. We're here to support you every step of the way.